Steven Pinker, The Stuff of Thought, Language as a Window into Human Nature. Dive into the fascinating world of language and its impact on human nature with Steven Pinker's The Stuff of Thought. In this captivating summary, discover the significance of how we use words, the complexities of grammar, and the profound power of framing issues and manipulating perceptions through word choice. Grasp the intricate nuances of language and how it reflects and shapes our thoughts, beliefs, and understanding of the world. Prepare to explore a range of intriguing topics, from the art of politeness and the evolution of taboo words to the very essence of names and their meaning.
The power of words. The aftermath of 9/11 sparked debate on whether the attacks were one event or two separate ones, highlighting the importance of the meaning of words. The practical implications of language, particularly in law, can have significant real-world consequences. This article delves into the intricacies of language using less tragic examples. Why babies cry, understanding language acquisition. Babies learn the rules of language by understanding the underlying grammar and syntax rather than merely imitating what they hear. While adults use a combination of language rules and intuition to create complex sentences, babies must learn these rules from scratch. This process involves understanding verb tenses, subject-verb agreement, and rules for changing the state of an object. These hidden complexities are present in all languages, but can babies learn them without an innate, pre-programmed ability? The answer to this question is explored in the next part. The complex structures of words. Words are not elemental concepts, they are complex structures, built up by combining more simple concepts. Are you a dictionary enthusiast? Do you find pleasure in flipping through definitions and discovering new words? If so, the 20th century linguistic theory of extreme nativism may be unsettling to you. This theory, proposed by philosopher and cognitive scientist Jerry Fodor, posits that all words are elemental concepts and cannot be accurately described by definitions alone. Fodor's argument centers around the example of to kill. While it may be defined as causing someone to become not alive, Fodor argues that such a definition is debatable. In his view, you can make someone not alive on one day by poisoning them, but you cannot kill someone the next day by doing the same action, as there is no active action on that day. Thus, definitions often fall short, leading Fodor to conclude that all words are elementary concepts that are pre-programmed into humans at birth. However, Fodor's theory does not hold up entirely. The complexity of most words seems to originate in more simple concepts. Verbs like to hit, to cut, to break, and to touch are similar but distinct from one another. They work because they are built up from more central concepts like motion, contact, and effect. To hit always implies motion, which is why it cannot describe someone leaning against another person, even if it leaves a bruise. On the other hand, to break implies a particular outcome for an object, without any necessary motion. Thus, while elemental concepts are essential in explaining and distinguishing words, they are not all that words are made up of. Words are complex structures built by combining more simple concepts. In this way, Fodor's extreme nativism can be seen as flawed and disproven. The complexities of present tense. The present tense is a tricky language tool that can be used in multiple ways, leading to misunderstandings and even legal issues. It can indicate a current action or describe a person's general habit, creating complications. Although language attempts to describe time precisely, the imperfections of grammar make this difficult. For instance, the simple present form often employed for the habits of people or general statements, such as, bees pollinate the flowers, rather than describing the actual present moment. This has significant implications, as evidenced by former President Bill Clinton's controversial legal defense during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. His lawyer's statement that there was no sex of any kind between Clinton and Lewinsky was technically true at the time of deposition, despite later revelations to the contrary. Such examples highlight the importance of understanding the complexities of language when describing current events. The power of language. The language we use to describe events and choices can significantly impact our viewpoints. A study conducted by psychologists Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman demonstrated that doctors made different choices based on how the options were presented, despite the outcomes being the same. This is due to our tendency to avoid losses rather than seek gains. Therefore, language can be used to manipulate people easily. The power of names. Names are more than just labels for accomplishments and personalities. They represent a person's existence, independent of any other qualities. Have you ever stopped to consider the significance of someone's name? Names hold a great deal of meaning to people, with famous individuals even being listed in dictionaries alongside their biographies. But is a name truly representative of a person's accomplishments and personality? According to the breakdown of proper nouns, names may point to something much more significant to humans than just their achievements. For instance, let's take Paul McCartney. The mere mention of his name not only refers to a British human born in 1942, but also to a musician who played in the band The Beatles and wrote famous songs with John Lennon. However, if McCartney were to die and be replaced by a lookalike named Billy Shears, according to a conspiracy theory, McCartney's name would still represent the man who passed away in 1966. Therefore, the name Paul McCartney represents a person's existence, independent of any other qualities. This theory points to the fact that names hold more power than just being labels for personalities and accomplishments. They represent the essence of a person's existence. So the next time you say your mother's name, consider the complexity of her personality and biography as well as the mere existence that her name represents. The evolution of swear words. This article explores how the meanings of swear words can change over time based on cultural norms and societal reactions. It illustrates how the current connotations of some previously innocent words have become impolite, while some offensive words have lost their taboo. For example, the phrase, "not bloody likely," in the play Pygmalion was shocking in 1913 but is mundane today. It also shows how parents worry about their kids using words with a sexual connotation, while many adults are oblivious to the sexual origins of common words they use. The article argues that having a historical perspective can help us take a pragmatic approach to swear words and avoid getting unnecessarily offended. The power of politeness. Politeness is a form of indirect speech that effectively transforms normal requests into vague desires known as whimperatives. While it seems obvious that such statements do not comply with normal language rules, they are considered polite because they are perceived as requests that can be ignored. Truly polite requests must be fresh, unexpected, and entirely indirect to carry weight without losing their power.
Steven Pinker's The Stuff of Thought takes you on an enthralling journey into the depths of human language, revealing its complexities, hidden intricacies, and practical importance in our daily lives. The impact of shifting perspectives on the 9/11 attacks, the significance of names, and the remarkable ability to shape opinions through linguistic framing are just a few of the thought-provoking topics explored in the book. Ultimately, you'll be left with a newfound appreciation for the immense power of language and how it serves as a window into the human mind.